Namaste programs and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. We're doing leg 13 of Nevada, which is from Hurlong H37 to Black Rock City Municipal Airport, which is 88 NV. Let's get going. We want 69 dudes for 2 minutes 47 once we've taken off. Although I'll admit I've already started the clock, because why not? We're heading to railroads. Departing from Hurlong, you'll find a road just to the north of the airport, State Route 825. Will lead you east, but when the road dead ends near the Sierra Army Depot, you'll keep your heading, picking up with the railway line that runs in the same direction. That's right, the railway line in the same direction. Why aren't I climbing? Apparently there's no air here in Hurlong. Following this road. Ooh, is that the army depot in the distance there? I guess it is. We're looking for the dead end of this road. I feel like I'm being dragged back somehow. Maybe not. Maybe we're all good. Interesting little shape to the buildings here. That's awesome. Still, everything looks the same though. It's a bit weird. I guess that's what people like. They like to fit in and be the same as everyone else. Alright, dead end road. And keep you heading, pick up the railway line. Well, this black thing's probably the railway line. Algorithm, there's the shadow of a water tower there. You haven't realised there's a water tower though. It's pretty cool. Alright, well, we're a bit early, but we have hit the railway line. I wonder if it will keep the same heading, picking up the railway line. The thing is, the next turn's 55 degrees, which is probably that turn basically following the railway line, so I think we'll do that. We'll just fly a little bit more. We'll start trimming down now. Actually, we might just start turning anyway. 55 degrees for 8 minutes 31. Reset our clock. Railway, the English and the Wahates. Railroad crossing. Follow the railway. I can't say railway. It's too hard. It's too hard, comment section. Programs, you've got to help me. Follow the railway through the desert valley past a second train line arriving from the northwest to merge with it. As you continue tracking with the railway, watch for a road that comes from the south and crosses over to take you north towards Sand Pass. Too many R's, too many W's. Not easy to read. Okay, we'll slow it down a bit to get out of the yellow. And back up a bit so that we're not descending quite so fast. Past a second train line. Where's that? Now we're trimmed too much. Very sensitive, the trim on this. Very sensitive. Now it's much too little. We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there, programs. Oh, looking good. Looking okay. Looking alright. Let's see what's going on around the world. Army base behind us there. Look at that. Flat plain and mountains in the distance. It's Beautifully done. Beautifully done. Hello, little lake. Roads everywhere. Something off in the distance on the left there. Perhaps another little town at the base of the mountains. Another lake below us. Very deserty. We've got cars that are just visiting and turning around, heading back the other way. Very deserty, bushy, sort of scrubby. As in, you know, scrub, not as in bad word. You know, not able to play games, that kind of scrub. Playing like a scrub. Now I'm wondering if it is a word for bushes. Isn't it a word for bushes? In the scrub? I think it is, but I've said it so many times now that it's lost all state of being an actual word. So where's this other railway line? We've done 3 minutes of 8. Watch for a road. Another railway through the desert valley. Past a second train line arriving from the northwest. Well, we haven't seen that yet, have we? I don't think so. Is that maybe it? I can't really see anything there, but maybe coming up. As you continue tracking with the railway, which is all the way over there now, watch for a road that comes from the south and crosses over to take you north. Okay. I know not of what you speak. Oh, this might, okay, so this is the other railway line. It looks, you know, nice and straight. Railway lines tend to be. I'm meant to be turning at the railway crossing, so I should be over here somewhere. Although, in saying that, we've only done 4 minutes of 8, so... Road that comes from the south crosses over to take you north. Okay. I honestly feel like we should be well over to the right. We've had some kind of... we haven't had these issues for a while, where the headings and the directions don't seem to match up. So let's just head over this way, also so that we can avoid this mountain a bit. We're now 5 minutes of 8, so this road from the south must be over here somewhere, and then we're going to head up that way because next turn's going to be basically heading north. Let's go find out. Given that the heading of this segment was railroad crossing, which I cannot say, that would be it there. If that is it, we would have arrived, you know, 4 minutes instead of 8 minutes, so we still need to find another road that takes us north. I'm just going to do it from behind the mountain here. Sometimes you've just got to follow your gut. Although if you manage to get in front of your gut, that would be quite the achievement. Nice little lake over there. A little town or farm or something. Oh, we need to follow this railway line because it's the road intersects with it. We would have lost it if I'd gone over the mountains on the correct heading. We are now 2 minutes from when we're meant to turn, so I'm hoping to see some kind of road over here. Is this it? This is basically coming from the south and then kind of heading that direction. I wouldn't say it's exactly doing that though. I'm not seeing another road beyond this one, so... I'm just going to begin our turn. Even though it's not quite the right time. So we want 3:45 for 10 minutes and 42 seconds. Smoke Creek Crossing. God, now we're doing the C's. Oh, there's a road that might be the one they're talking about. When the road opens up further in the north... Or was it 3:45? There we go. Let's get that right first. Your view will be staggering. Marbled, stained sand, stunning evidence of a vast lake dating back millions of years. Follow the road into this gorgeous, arid landscape as the path bends eastward for the briefest of moments. When it straightens back out, look for the waters of Smoke Creek running under the road. Oh, the marvellous eons of black landscapes. Ah, gorgeous and arid. Okay, I guess we're going over this mountain then, and then we're going to have our staggering view. That means I might just gain some height then. That's definitely the road. There's no other... I mean, there's that road over there, I suppose. Going over the mountains. I don't know exactly. There's another road here. Did that come from the south? Not even the slightest. South is this way. No, south is that way. What am I doing? What am I saying? We're facing north, so that's not... maybe. It's sort of not going north, though. That didn't come south, so that's not the road. It definitely was this one on the left. Get back on course. Seeing as we've been blown away off course. Bit of wind there or something. Here's the staggering view of the ancient lake. Yeah, definitely amazing. I don't know if it's staggering, but we'll see. Maybe as we get closer, I will be staggered and fall off my chair. Alright, get back to level flight. But now, why did my Y button decide to stop working while I was pressing it? If you hold Y and then the directional pad, you get the trims. But the directional pad on its own is that stuff, the different cameras. But I was holding Y and pressing back to trim up. And for some reason, Y decided it had given up and went on strike. So we're looking for... follow the road. Again, I don't know what road I'm following, to be honest. Oh, it must be that one over there. Again, we're just to the left of where we should be. Somehow. And then when it straightens back out, look for the waters of Smoke Creek. But, you know, in about 6 minutes. If not a bit more. I'm going to gradually... I don't know. What road is this? These are just paths. Like dirt tracks. This one over here seems more likely to be the road they're talking about, but it hasn't really gone north. It's sort of all over the place. In fact, I didn't even... It sort of starts here somehow. How did the roads that were over here join up with this? They've disappeared. Anyway, I'm gonna head over this way just because I feel like there's better scenery, to be perfectly honest. Don't know which road we're supposed to be following. I'm not even really seeing any major roads. All just little dirt tracks and goat paths, for want of a better word. Okay, let's get back on our heading. So we're either closer to where we should be or much further away, because if the road was over there, which again I don't see any roads that it's telling me that I'm following. I mean, there is this road here, I guess. It's sort of all over the place. It looks like it might even go around this bit of lake and then over that way. We're 5:20 of 10:40, so we're halfway to where our next turn should be. Which, yeah. Smoke Creek. Huge, staggering salt flat here. Oh, there's roads in the middle of that, that's for sure. Could this be the first leg where we get completely lost? Stay tuned to find out. Interesting. When it straightens back out, as the path bends eastward for the briefest of moments. That's not this road. This ain't it, Chief. It's gone westward. One over there doesn't really go eastward either. This one's going westward and then straightening out over there. Maybe it's the path over there? Anyway, in about 3 minutes, hopefully we'll see something that's a creek running under a road somewhere here. How terribly confusing. If it's the road on the right there, it doesn't go eastward at all. It's just a big... It's not even a road. I think it's a canal. I thought it was a road before. But no, they're water. So, if it is the one path that was over there, vaguely going a little bit eastward over the hills here, but then it's connecting to this road that I'm above anyway. Guess it's turning slightly eastward that way after turning westward? Okay, alright. I think the creek must be here then, that'll be it. And this is before straightening out, that's the road. This is the road we're meant to have been following. I have yet again accidentally stumbled upon where I'm supposed to be. Regardless, irregardless, if that even is a word, despite the instructions. Gonna find out soon enough. It was at that moment he had no idea whether he'd fucked up. I think we're good. I think this is a bit of water there. It's a creek. It looks like it's going to go under the road right there. right there. That's where we're headed. We're going to hit that. We're 9:20 right now, so there's 1 minute 20 to go before we're meant to turn. We're going to be pretty close to that exact spot. Then where are we going? We're then slightly heading right. I think this is it. It's a good landmark for a turn because you've got the road bending slightly and then going straight, and there's a river, a creek. Makes sense that this would be the marker for turning. We've now got 40 seconds to go before it's turn-in time. I am going to wait till I'm over the water and the road just to double down on this being the exact spot. And in fact, to keep this heading is slightly to the left. So yeah, I was to the left. I would be, you know, I didn't need to switch over to the right like I did. If I hadn't, I'd be 345 right now. That just says it was all fine, but the instructions basically suggest that you're following a road that's 5 kilometers to your right, as opposed to directly underneath you. Here we go. This must be Smoke Creek. And this is the crossing. I think we can probably start turning. The momentum will keep us going. Let's see. Next one is 015 for 517. That's this way. Buffalo Slough Crossing. Farther down, past a pair of circular farming fields, no, we call them the radar fields, now you'll find the waters of Buffalo Slough flowing under the road. Alright, well, so here's the road. We're basically following that section of the road. And apparently, where are these circular farming fields? Wait, all the way over there? Maybe. But just past that, you'll find another river, okay, flowing under the road. Good to know, good to know. Once we're lakes, once we're giant lakes, but not anymore. Where did the water go? Why is the rum gone? Did it all get piped to Chinatown? I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I guess those are two radar fields up there, possibly. They don't look particularly circular from this distance, but I guess as we get closer they'll resolve themselves to be round. Round, perhaps, if you're French. A noise I can barely make, but it was only because I learnt a bit of French when I was very young. Once I started school, I stopped speaking French though. My mum's French. She tried to speak French to me growing up, but once you go to school, it's like, fuck that, don't need that, I'll stick to English. So I can sort of do the R's, the purring R's that the French can do, but not as well as the French can. The New Zealand Maoris can do it as well. They use that sound in some of their words. The purring R, I don't know what you call it. I'm not a linguist. You know, it feels like every time I do one of these videos, I have to admit to not being some form of scientist, geologist, geographer, paleontologist, alienologist, and now linguist. Anyway, back to what we're doing. 3 minutes of 5 minutes done. I'm thinking this must be the river we're looking for. Buffalo Slough? Slough? Not sure how you actually say that word. Again, I'm not a linguist. Yeah, I think that's going to be pretty much when we get to about here, and that'll be 5 minutes or so, which is when we're meant to be turning. And it did say just past the circular fields, which are very obviously circular now. Although I'm sure they're not perfect circles, but what would I know? I'm no geometrist. Oh, this is it. I am now going to find every discipline known to man and admit to not being that. I'm an IT nerd that plays games on the internet, not a geometrist, Jim. Oh, look at the cute little farm. Oh, with the little buildings. Oh, aren't you cute? Alright, another few seconds and we'll be... It does go under the road. Is this the same road after all of this? Wow, it's even the same road. Well, that bridge there is our next marker, according to the instructions. Buffalo Slough, Buffalo Slough, I'm not sure, crossing. I don't even know what the word means. Is it a waterway of some sort? I'm guessing from the context. Sure, I've seen the word before, but I've never really looked it up. Alright, now we want... no, wrong way. What am I doing? What am I doing? Wrong one. 0:44 for 9 minutes and 8 seconds. Let's try and go the right direction, shall we? We're following the road again, still. Highway Junction. Track the desert road to its end at a T intersection onto Nevada State Route 447. Follow 447 heading south. So, we're really following this road. It's what it says. So let's just ignore the heading and follow the road. Even though, yes, it'll curve around that way and then probably... But I don't want to go at 44 because that's going to... No, maybe. I can just sort of see the other road or this road turning up there, so it's not too bad. It's not too bad. We'll be able to keep the road basically in our peripheral vision. Okay, there we go. Well, it's not cutting the corner. We'll go on the heading. It was already cutting the corner. So there we go. Let's go back to cutting the corner. And head to 447. Road sort of heading over there, and then I'm sort of losing track of it in the foothills. And I guess we'll run into it again when we're... It's sort of curved around there. I'm just losing track of it here. I can't... Or it might be there. It might be behind the hill. I don't know. It could be it along the edge there. All a little bit non-distinct at this point. And we've only done 2 minutes of 9, so yeah, this next junction is out there in the wild somewhere. In the Badlands. look around, enjoy the scenery a bit. Okay, here's the road again. I'm tracking it to its end. Anyway, well, now it's going to be to our left. Hopefully. Hang on, what am I doing? 44. 44. Come on, let's not head in the wrong direction. There we go, that's better. And then out there somewhere, there's another highway. You'd think you'd be able to see it. And by now, we are 4 minutes of 9. Well, we've still got our road to follow. It's not disappeared. So that's, you know, we can stop worrying. I know you're not worrying, but, you know, this is what I do. I worry for a living. You know, am I lost? Is this recording? Is the microphone working? Not exactly the worries of the ages, you know, yeah, first world problems, but hey, I can assure you, with nothing to worry about, my brain can still find something. And I think it's probably like that for quite a lot of people, especially at the moment, where things are uncertain in the world and unstable. I'm glad we can just have a nice, relaxing, calm jaunt through the Nevada desert here to take our mind off things and remember that the world is a beautiful place, even when rendered in by a computer algorithm. Okay, I'm trying to get a lay of the land here. The road heads sort of there, and then I'm sort of losing track of where it goes. But it must head over to here somewhere. This must be that other... It sort of looks like there could be a road there. I'm not sure. What's the next turn? The next turn is actually off this way, so... I guess we're heading to the right of the mountains next. I assume if we're heading to the junction of 447, that 447's our next landmark to follow. Look at these whatever, dry creeks. Amazing patterns left behind by the water. That was once here. And still is ever so slightly. Maybe it's still going. I mean, it's kind of greenish, so maybe that's just sort of swampland almost. There's, you know, not so much a lot of flowing water, but a lot of water in the ground still. Oh, okay. This is the road here, and then that is dead end there. Is it now? Is it? Inquiring minds must know. No, actually it goes past that creek and then keeps going a bit. I guess this here is that other road. And does it go... That might go that way. Yeah, there's a road there, I think. In which case, where does it join? Sort of straight to there. Here? Here, maybe. Perhaps. Perhaps that is the T intersection onto Nevada State Route 447. It does look like it. It certainly does. And we're about a minute away from needing to turn, so Might be a bit early. I'm just going to turn at the junction. Massive green algae looking moldy earth. Which is probably exactly what it is. That's life for you. That's actual life. Surrounded by the arid desert of death, of doom, the Badlands, where nothing grows, where nothing can survive except kitty cats. Which I don't know if that's the case in America. I do know that in Australia they found that in the Simpson Desert, which is one of the most waterless deserts on the planet. We're turning for 113, 414. Pretty much nothing lives there except lizards and cats, feral cats. And they didn't know why the feral cats could survive, given that there's so little water and most other fairly large mammals don't survive there, or any mammals whatsoever. But they're eating the lizards. The lizards know where to get the water underground, and then the cats eat the lizards. And thrive. No fucking water, but they're thriving. They say that cockroaches will survive the destruction of the human race. Apparently that's not true. They rely on our food scraps to live. They wouldn't survive without us. Dogs wouldn't survive without us because they have evolved with us. Wolves obviously would, because they're just wild, but pet dogs, no. But cats, feral cats, house cats, fat cats, any cat you can think of, they'll survive the human race. They'll eat the human race, and then they'll eat all the dogs and the cockroaches and then the lizards, and they'll still be here, you know, not giving a shit. Because that's, you know, I love cats, that's why. They don't give a shit. No fucks to give. Anyway, I don't know how I ended up on that particular rant. Triangle Road Junction. Route 447 is bordered by Granite Peak to the east, and once you make your way around the mountain's southernmost tip, the road will bend northeast towards a triangle-shaped junction. So, what, Granite Peak? I guess that one must be Granite Peak then? If it's, you're certainly going to name the highest peak in the area. It's not just the end of the mountain range here, is it? I guess this whole mountain is considered Granite Peak. Okay. Southernmost tip. That's that down there. Following the road. The road will bend northeast towards a triangle-shaped junction. So it's heading that way. And over here somewhere over the hills, there must be a triangular-shaped junction. Pretty substantial mountain range. I'm sure this engine could do it. Just raise the water level, you know? What would this look like as a lake or an inland sea as it used to be? It would be fascinating. A bunch of islands, basically, with a huge lake. All of what we see there is the bottom of the lake. And that would be cool to look at. That would be cool. And I hope they do that with this engine, you know? Start letting... Give us sliders for things like population density and type of building and how much water and how much I know you can change the weather and the fog and you know, amount of snow and things like that. Here we go. Here's a triangular junction next to a little town. Doesn't say anything about the town, but anyway, we'll survive. We'll survive. And I guess we're turning left next. Yep. We'll be following that road over the town. Out of the town. We'll wait till we're over the triangle. The triangle. Wow, it's got a little... This little town has a little racetrack, or whatever you call this thing. With a stadium, maybe even? Pretty substantial. Maybe that's where they do show off their horses and things. Don't know. Okay, last segment. We're going 0:34 for 6 minutes, 16 seconds. We're heading to Blackrock City Municipal Airport. At the triangle, continue northeast, using the road in that direction as your guide. Soon you'll see another junction off to the east, leading you to famous Blackrock City. A dirt runway denoted with an arrow is your destination. Come in for a landing and complete this leg of the journey. An arrow. And, yes, yet again we have a picture of what looks like some desert with a bit of sort of greenish dust on it that someone's taken a very small sharp pencil and just sort of scratched a line through it. And that apparently is the airport, and in fact, yes, there is a little arrow right at the end of the thing. Anyway, that's 6 minutes away. Basically in this direction. It seems to run basically west to east-ish. So, it must be up here somewhere. Maybe that's the little patch of green I can see. I don't know. We'll know when we get much closer. Now we follow the road. Lovely, very nice, very nice. Leading you into famous Blackrock City. Now, I would be expecting to see a city. Is this what I was pointing at before? Is that actually a city? Can't quite see any detail yet. Okay, we're 2 minutes of 6 minutes. Just slightly concerned because that almost looks like a runway, but I don't think it is. Or if it is, it's not the one we're heading to. Okay, so is this the city of Blackrock? Just a little sort of crescent in the middle of a desert plain with no water around. What are you doing there, Blackrock? Are you a mining town, perhaps? Were you mining black rocks? Like, what would black rock be? Coal, maybe? What is that, do you suppose? It does look like it was some kind of runway. At least something that's been carved out in straight lines. Maybe it's a drag strip or something. Meanwhile, okay, we're about halfway to where this airport should be. And I'm not... Okay, so I'm looking for... There's a green strip. I think it might actually be this. Yeah, right. I think it is, because on the picture there's a tiny little black dot, and that there is a black dot there, and that's an arrow apparently. And there should be some kind of, at the top left corner of the picture is a circular thing. Yeah, there seems to be a circular thing there. Okay, let's slow her down. That's definitely it. And so, in fact, it's not. This is actually just people driving out. It's just a road from the airport that's got lots of people presumably going very fast or something. I don't know. Don't know what's going on there. A bit rough calling this a city. This is a large town-ish, not even. What's its industry? Why is it here? Why does it have an airport? What are you all about, BlackRock? Alright, let's get to this view then. There is an arrow there. It's interesting that they felt the need. Oh, we better paint an arrow on the ground so that the people know where the runway is. Because it is basically invisible. Ish. Alright, power down just a bit. I mean, it's not a runway. They've just marked out the edges of the runway, and then it's just dust. We're landing on sand here. Why even bother? Just land anywhere here. Alright, coming in a bit short, so we'll give it a bit of oomph. Technical term. Bit more oomph. Alright, looking okay. Looking alright. Get us to the runway at least, and then we can power down a bit more. Hello, Arrow. Load it down. Balloon it down a bit. Stall. Oh. Okay, we made it. My judging of how far the ground was not good there. I thought we were lower than we were. But that's alright, we just dropped out of the sky and landed alright. Probably broke our neck a bit, but hey. The game hasn't ended, so good. See if it registers the leg at least. Yes! Well, broken neck. Notwithstanding, that was leg 13 of Nevada. Bush trip in Microsoft Flight Simulator. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope to catch you for the next one. Coming soon on the channel. Au revoir. Goodbye.